terrific in all phases, and we were not right on any phase of our game today. We didn't run the ball the way we want to. We didn't protect as well as we like. We didn't throw the ball very well. And on defense, we didn't stop to run, and there was 10 out of 17 on third down. Tony was fantastic. With all that said, it's 3rd and 20. We got to stop and get off the field and see if we can run the clock out with a win. But we're better than that, and we played better than that. And you have to always figure, you guys can look at it any way you want, but was it them playing well or us not playing well? I give them a lot of credit. They won 5 games in a row. They ran the ball like they've been running it. DeMarco was terrific today. And Tony made his plays when they had to, and the receivers made some terrific catches and were able to make stuff happen kind of like they're counting on. So I think they played the game they wanted to play, and we couldn't do anything about it today. And we kept it close, and we had a chance. But all in all, it wasn't good enough. And it really felt like fundamentally we didn't play very well. I said to them in the locker room, if we don't look at it, we don't see blocking and tackling. It was not as good as it needs to be on either, really in any phase. So it's a big win for Dallas. They came in here and did a great job, and they deserve every bit of it, of course. And we got to get better. We didn't come back from Monday night and do very well. So we'll see what happens.
Tyler Knox was injury.
He's got an ankle sprain. Yeah.
What happened with that?
He jammed his big toe and came back and played with it. We'll see what that means. We don't know right now. We'll have to wait and see.
With Maxwell, is it something that came out a bit, or do you have a...
I think it's a pretty good sprain. Yeah, I think it's legit. You couldn't get up on it, You really want to know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I think it's a high ankle sprain, but that's a think right now. Okay, I don't know.
Pete, did this first half feel similar to the Chargers game when you just didn't have to?
Yeah, we had no rhythm. We weren't able to get going running pass wise, and that happens sometimes. And then it gets amplified when you don't get off the field. And so they were taking advantage of it, and they had good rhythm. We were fortunate. We had the big play in the kicking game. That was, a big burst for us. We were counting on that, and it happened, and we were really excited about that. But we didn't answer it very well. And we had the big play in the first drive. It got us down there, and that was about it. So it was across the board. This is not pointing your finger at any one spot here. This is a lot of stuff just didn't play well, and I didn't do a good enough job to get us ready to do this, and against a really good team. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that Dallas has played really well. That's 5 games in a row, and they just went on the road here, So they're a tough team to play against right now.
It's so hard to get Marshawn involved in
We were making first downs, You got to get the rhythm. I mean, it's the same thing. If you look at it, why didn't you give the ball to Marshawn more? Or why didn't this guy catch more passes? Well, it's because you got to get first downs and get more plays. And when the defense is out there for a long time, and the offense has a 3 and out, and they don't stay out there, then you just don't get your shots. That's just what happens. I mean, the story's going to write itself every time that way. So we tried to come back, get back into rhythm, and Marshawn did a nice job, popped a run, got some stuff going. He was busting his tail to help us. But we just couldn't get in sync and get the rhythm and connect it with the third down conversions.
Do you feel like when Byron went out that it changed anything? You guys played past the
We did. We adjusted a little bit. You saw us flip corners a little bit and did some things to adjust. I thought Richard did a really nice job. I guess a great player. What an incredible catch. He makes on Richard up top, right in front of their bench. It was a great play. So, Dez is a great player. That was a great matchup to watch and all. Each side won a little bit in that one.
Yes, the 3-20 play turned out to be the most important play.
Oh, the most was. Yeah, the game's in our hands then. 3rd and 20, we get out. and then we're working to kill the clock and win the football game. You know, so of course, it looked just like what happened in Houston. You know, and I didn't see clearly how he escaped. But we saw how, you know, he beat one of the top players in football a week ago and makes a great throw and catch and puts him in the scoring zone and everything goes their way from there. I thought that was the same play in a sense in this game, and it was that significant. We played things well. We had rushed him. We'd flushed him out. And, you know, Tony's got magic about him. He always has, and he pulled it out right then and made it an incredibly good play.
Sherman flip-flopping, is that just an emergency thing, or would you look at that further beyond that?
That was somewhat of an emergency thing in this game. You know, you call it emergency. I'm not calling it that. It's just what we did to adjust. And we'll see what happens.
How did you feel about the time?
It was hard. You know, it was hard. I thought they defended a lot of plays really well. We had a shot at some plays down the field, and they were all over the ball. You know, and you know, I just thought it was a really good day for their guys, and we would love to have won on some of those exchanges. You know. But I think all in all, when he throws for 120 yards and he's 50%, then that's not a good day for him. And he's better than that and can play better too. It's always everybody, you know, as everybody works together to make this happen. But I know he's a little frustrated by that.
You next explanation on the tripping up.
Yeah, it was wrong. They all said it was wrong. That was a ridiculous call. I don't know what anybody was thinking. I don't know how every guy in the field couldn't see that. It was wide open. You know, somebody should have overruled that because it was just as far as I know, they all admit it was a terrible mistake. So, when you know, that's over.
How do you feel about where you are right now?
Yeah, we got a lot of improvement to make. We got to get better, and that's all we've been trying to do, but it didn't show up in this game. You know, we've been working really hard each week improving, but I was not happy at all fundamentally about this game. We just didn't seem like we were right in enough areas. When somebody runs the ball that well at us, you know, we've been playing the run as good as you can play it, and then that, you know, we got to play better and do things right and fit the runs up and adjust a little quicker for some new things that they did. And generally, we do that really well. We didn't do it today.
Yeah, a bit questionable. Obviously, he played with Angus. How did that all play itself out? It was fun.
He played. He was fine. Yeah, when we got to wait and see what happened. How, you know, the extent of Bobby's toe. We got to see and. Was there something else? Richard, shoulder that bothered him at the end. Other than that, we should be okay.
Here's a good success against Carroll last week. Was the scheme
They played really well. They ran some unique stuff, style of plays that worked for them, and a real nice counter, and they got the G play going here late in the game, and DeMarco's really good. He's a really good player. I thought we had a lot of plays at him at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield that he was able to shake us and get a couple yards. It just showed the style. He's got a really cool style about breaking tackles, and we didn't do as well as we thought. We were high on some tackles, and he knocked us off a few times. He's really, really good player.
Great, and just specific question. Jesse Williams, as he coming in his recovery, when he does get, fit, I mean, how well do you think he can push for the defensive more?
Jesse did really well when he was healthy and able. It's going to be, he's on IR now, I believe is his status, and so he'll miss this season. Which is the second one in a row, which is tough for him. But he's a great kid, and he works really hard, and he was good enough to play for us and be a factor for us. And so it's just unfortunate, that he's been banged up.
Cameron caught pretty frustrated on the side at one point. In a game like that, do you worry about stuff kind of bubbling over? Or
These guys are competing like crazy. We're all frustrated. We're all frustrated. Channel it right, but I don't really know what you're talking about. But these guys want to win, and it's really important to them. And so maybe I don't know what happened there.
And now, thank you.